Do you know that 97% of men are living life on autopilot? Waking up, going through the motions, and never questioning the script handed to them? But you're different. Why is it that only a rare breed of men refuses to follow the herd? Let me paint a picture. A man walks into a crowded room. He's not wearing a designer suit. He says nothing. Yet every head turns. Why? Because presence doesn't need noise. That's the power of a Sigma male. Quiet, commanding, and unfazed by the need for validation. Unlike the majority, Sigmas don't live according to society's checklist. Studies in psychology suggest that while most people conform to group behavior due to fear of rejection, Sigmas are wired for independence and deep introspection. They seek meaning over approval, purpose over popularity. Sigma males don't chase clout, they cultivate impact. Today we're uncovering why most men stay in their comfort zones while Sigmas grow stronger in solitude. Buckle up, Sigmas, this journey is going to challenge everything you know. Point 1. The matrix of validation. 97% of men are trapped, not by physical chains, but by the invisible prison of seeking approval. It's subtle, but powerful. From the time they're young, they're taught to chase acceptance, be the popular one, the top performer, the one who gets the most likes. Social media only magnifies this craving, turning men into performers rather than leaders. They wear masks, shapeshift to fit in, and trade authenticity for applause. But Sigma males, you break free from that illusion. You move in silence, not needing claps to confirm your value. While others check their phones for likes, you're checking your goals, your progress, your peace. You understand that validation is a bottomless pit. It can never truly satisfy. Instead, you're fueled by self-respect, purpose, and independence. Psychology backs this up. Studies show that people who rely on external validation are more anxious, more depressed, and less confident. But those who focus on internal goals and personal meaning live more fulfilled, stable lives. That's why Sigma males are rare. You're not chasing popularity, you're building legacy. While the majority follow trends, you follow your mission. And in a world obsessed with being seen, your quiet confidence speaks the loudest. Point 2. The comfort zone crisis. Most men live in a quiet, dull ache of existence, a permanent state of mild discomfort. Not enough pain to force change, but just enough to keep them stuck. They wake up to alarms they hate, head to jobs they resent, and maintain relationships that no longer inspire them. They smile at parties, scroll endlessly through social media, and laugh at things that don't amuse them, just to survive another day in a life that feels like a loop. But Sigma males, they break the loop. Sigmas don't settle. They don't numb the discomfort, they use it. They see struggle as a signal, not a stop sign. Neuroscience backs this up. Studies show that leaning into discomfort actually rewires the brain for resilience and adaptability. Sigmas don't chase comfort zones, they expand them. Where most men run from fear, Sigmas shake hands with it. This mindset shift changes everything. Growth isn't a maybe, it's a must. Because to a Sigma, pain is the tuition you pay for strength. It's not about being fearless, but about choosing purpose over ease. While the world hits snooze, Sigmas rise with intention. Not because it's easy, but because they refuse to live a life unlived. Point 3. Loud isn't leadership. You've seen it. The alpha males roaring in every room, trying to dominate conversations, flexing muscles louder than their minds. But here's the truth. Real leadership isn't about noise. It's about impact. Sigma males lead with silent authority. They don't need to raise their voice to be heard. In fact, psychological studies show that people who speak less but deliver concise, meaningful messages are often perceived as more intelligent and competent. This is where the Sigma male thrives. He walks into a room and doesn't demand attention. Through controlled body language, purposeful actions, and an air of mystery, people naturally gravitate toward him. He doesn't compete, he creates. While alphas push their way to the front, Sigmas often lead from the side, influencing others through integrity, independence, and quiet charisma. And when he finally speaks, it's not for show. It's because he has something worth saying. People listen, not because they're intimidated, but because they're intrigued. That's the difference. That's the power. So while the world watches the loudest guy in the room, the Sigma male is already steps ahead, focused, composed, and leading with substance over noise. That's leadership by design, not by default. Point 4, emotional independence. Here's a hard truth. 97% of men aren't emotionally free. Their moods are puppets on someone else's strings. They react instead of reflect. Society has wired most men to suppress emotions or attach them to external validation. Money, relationships, status. When those things falter, so does their emotional state. But Sigmas, you've severed that cord. Emotional freedom isn't about being cold or distant. It's about mastering your internal world so no one else controls your thermostat. You don't need someone to complete you. You already walk in wholeness. You're not heartless, you're whole. Sigmas operate with emotional intelligence and autonomy. According to psychologist Daniel Goleman, emotional intelligence, self-awareness, self-regulation, empathy, plays a bigger role in long-term success than IQ. And that's your edge. You respond instead of react. While others spiral in emotional chaos, you stay grounded, calm, and aware. That kind of stability, it's magnetic. People sense it even if they don't understand it. It's why you walk into a room and change the atmosphere without saying a word. You're not detached from emotions. You've just mastered them. And in a world ruled by emotional noise, your silence speaks the loudest. Point 5. Time is your currency, not attention. Most men burn hours chasing validation, scrolling for likes, trying to impress people who don't even matter. But not you. You, Sigma, treat time like it's gold. Because unlike money, you can't earn more of it. Every second you waste is a second you'll never get back. That's why you don't entertain pointless drama, shallow friendships, or ego battles. Instead, you invest in what matters, whether it's building a new skill, launching your own business, or simply enjoying your peace. You move with purpose. Studies show that focused individuals accomplish more with less time simply because they cut out distractions. That's you in action. You're not addicted to being seen. You don't need constant attention or applause. You're not trying to go viral. You're aiming to leave a legacy. And legacies aren't built overnight or on empty noise. They're crafted in silence with discipline and vision. So while others chase clout, you chase mastery. While they seek fame, you seek freedom. You don't waste time proving your worth to the world, because you already know your value. In the end, they'll remember the noisemakers for a moment, but they'll remember the legend forever. Point 6. The solitude advantage. The paradox of solitude is fascinating. Most people fear being alone, but the Sigma male thrives in it. While society often associates solitude with loneliness, the Sigma male sees it as a powerful tool for self-discovery and personal growth. In the quiet moments, the Sigma male's genius comes to life. Solitude is a fertile ground for reflection, creativity, and sharpening the mind. Unlike others who may drown out their thoughts with noise and distractions, the Sigma male embraces stillness. This is where clarity is found. The noise of the world can cloud our thoughts, making it hard to connect with our true selves. But in solitude, the Sigma male finds an inner peace that allows for deeper introspection and enhanced creativity. Alone doesn't equate to loneliness. For the Sigma male, being alone is a state of strength. It's a time to recharge, refocus, and reflect on personal goals and ambitions. By embracing solitude, Sigma males tap into their true potential. They understand that their best ideas often come when the world is silent, and they can hear their inner voice loud and clear. Point 7. Authenticity is your armor. Most men wear masks to fit into societal expectations, adapting their behavior to be accepted by the crowd. This often means playing roles that align with what others expect, whether that's being the life of the party, the dutiful employee, or the charming partner. But Sigma males are different. They strip those masks away, choosing to live authentically and unapologetically. Instead of playing roles, Sigma males own their truth. They don't seek validation from external sources or conform to society's standards. They are not politically correct because they are more focused on being, aligned with their true selves, not what the world wants them to be. This authenticity, while incredibly powerful, can sometimes intimidate those around them who are more accustomed to wearing their own masks. However, this raw, unfiltered way of living doesn't just repel, it also attracts. Sigmas draw in those who value genuine connections and deep, meaningful relationships. In a world full of pretenses and facades, Sigma males stand out as a beacon of rebellion. And to them, this rebellion isn't a choice. It's been part of who they are since birth. Being real is their way of life, and it's something that commands respect. So let's wrap this up with one powerful truth, Sigmas. Sigma males are rare not because they're superior, but because they're authentic. You don't conform, you create. You don't beg, you build. You don't fear silence, you thrive in it. 97% of men can't become Sigma males, not because they lack potential, but because they lack the courage to walk alone. But you were born to walk solo and lead silently. And now that you've seen the difference, the real question is, will you keep building in the shadows, or are you ready to shine your light? Sigmas, if this video hit home, do me a favor. Smash that like button, subscribe, and join the movement. This is more than a channel, it's a brotherhood. Let the world chase followers, we chase freedom. Until next time, stay sharp, stay silent, stay Sigma. Having said this,